two techniques of project management. First is called as PERT and second is called as CPM. PERT stands for Project Evaluation and Review Technique, okay, whereas CPM stands for Critical Path Method. Okay. Fine. Now, the first we'll discuss what exactly the project means. So basically, projects are a part of an overall program and are broken down into well-defined set of tasks, subtasks, and further, if desired, all of which must be completed within a specific time along with minimum cost. Uh, Let me give an example of a project. Suppose we want to construct a building, okay, maybe a 5-story building or 7-story building. Then uh, so construction of a building is a project. Now this project can be broken down into number of well-defined set of tasks. Right from acquisition of land, then uh, preparing a blueprint of uh, the layout that we are going to layout of the building that we are going to construct. Okay. Similarly, getting the layout approved from competent authority. Then procurement of construction material required for the construction. Then deployment of resources such as human resources, then machinery. Okay. For example, uh, JCB. JCB is required for excavation of land, okay, or to take pit, pit for foundation of the entire building. Okay. So this entire project can be broken down into well-defined set of tasks. Further, there is some chronological order of this task to be performed. Okay. You cannot directly start construction unless and until your plan is approved by the competent authority. Okay. Further, uh, to get approval of the plan, the first thing that particular land should be in your custody. Okay. So unless and until you are owner of the particular building, owner of the particular land, you cannot get the approval of plan from competent authority. Okay. So the task can be arranged in a logical sequence. Okay, so basically, what is a project? Projects are a part of overall program and can be broken down into well-defined set of tasks. Further, those tasks can be arranged in a logical sequence. Okay. Now, for completion of each task, we can assign a specific time. Okay, along with some minimum cost. Okay. Now, the objective of project management is to have a control over the project, okay, complete the project within a minimum time and minimum cost. Okay. Now, uh, there are so basically the work involved into a project can be divided into three phases corresponding to the management function such as planning, scheduling, and control. Okay. Now, the planning Planning includes or involves setting of the objective of the project and the assumptions to be made. Okay. Also, planning involves the listing of tasks or jobs that must be performed to complete the project under consideration. In planning phase, the main machine materials or any other resources required for the project under consideration are predefined. Okay. So, in addition to the estimates of cost, duration of the various activities of the project are also determined. Okay. Now, this second phase of project management is scheduling. Okay. Now, scheduling involves the line of the activities according to the precedence order. Okay. As I told earlier that the tasks or subtasks or activities to be performed uh, under the project can be arranged in a logical sequence. Okay. Say for example, unless and until you set up RCC structure for say first floor, you cannot start brickwork. Okay. Further, before creating RCC structure, you should have a foundation. So, if we consider these three tasks: foundation, laying the foundation of the project, then preparing RCC structure, and then brickwork, then internal plastering, external plastering, then coloring, electrification. Okay, so see, these are the different tasks involved in the project. Okay, that too, completion of the first floor or ground floor, we can say. Okay. Now, these different tasks can be arranged in a logical sequence according to their precedence. Okay. जैसे first आपको foundation करना है. Okay. Once foundation is complete, then only you can erect the RCC structure. Okay. Once RCC structure is completed, then you can go for brickwork. Okay. Brickwork के बाद आपका plastering हो, maybe internal plastering, or parallelly you can do internal plastering as well as exterior plastering. Okay. Plastering होने के बाद then you can go for electrification of that particular floor. Then after electrification, you may go for coloring and coloring, then flooring, etc. Okay. So this planning phase, scheduling phase consists of line of activities according to the precedence order. यहाँ पे precedence order क्या है? Foundation, then RCC structure, then brickwork, plastering, etc. Okay. So these are the activities, and these activities are arranged in according to the precedence order. Okay. Now scheduling also, in scheduling part or in scheduling phase, we also determine the start and finish times of each activity. Okay. So foundation, how many days foundation required. Okay. Then if we start today, if we start the foundation work today, okay, then it may take another 7 days. Okay, so we can consider that start time of first activity, that is foundation, is 0, and end time is 7 days. Okay, now what would be the start time of next activity? That is erection of RCC structure. Okay, so erection of RCC structure can start only after the completion of foundation work. Okay, now foundation work takes 7 days. So if we start project at 0 day, then first activity will finish after 7 days. Okay, then only we can start erection of RCC structure. Okay, so start time of RCC structure would be 7th day. Okay, or maybe 8th day, completion of 7 day, right? Let us assume that RCC structure takes 15 days. Okay, then what would be the end time? 7 plus 15, that is 22 days. Okay, so at the end of 22nd day, our 2 activities will be completed. Okay, so scheduling part also includes start and finish time for each activity. Okay, in scheduling part only will define critical activities, and accordingly will define a critical path. Okay, now what is critical activity and critical path, that we will discuss afterwards. Okay, तो बाद में हम डिटेल में CPM डिस्कस करेंगे. In that section we'll discuss what is meant by critical path and what is meant by critical activity in detail. Okay. Next, in scheduling part we also define the slack and float for the non-critical paths. Okay. So basically slack ये भी हम बाद में डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे, बट अभी आया है तो I'll just explain what exactly mean by slack. Slack means it is a time gap by which we can delay the occurrence of an event. Okay, so basically event in the project are nothing but milestones. Okay, say for example completion of first floor. Okay, we can consider this as a milestone. Okay. Now, in order to reach this milestone, number of activities need to be completed. When we can say that first floor is completed in all respect, उसका foundation complete हो गया, plastering, electrification, coloring, flooring, everything is completed. Okay. So milestone in the project, it's called as an event. Okay, and each task is called as an activity. Fine. So यहाँ पे जो slack and float हम calculate करते हैं. The slack represent the amount of time by which we can delay the occurrence of an event without affecting the completion of the project, completion of entire project. Similarly, float of an activity represent the amount of time by which that particular activity can be delayed without affecting the completion time of entire project. Okay. Then third phase in the project management is control. Okay. Now control includes making periodical progress report. Okay. So in controlling phase is exercise after the planning and scheduling, which involves making periodical progress report. Say for example, if a non-critical activity, let us assume that non-critical activity takes 10 days to complete. Okay. Then after 5 days, means 50% time is over, we came to know that only 20% of that particular activity is completed. Okay. So in next 5 days, again 20% more work will be completed with respect to that particular activity. Okay. It means that that activity cannot be completed in a scheduled time. Okay. Now, what can be done? Because see, if a particular activity is delayed, or if any activity is delayed, it will hamper the entire project. You cannot complete the project in predefined time. Fine. So, when you came to know that any particular activity is running behind the time, okay, so what we can do? In order to complete that activity in predefined time, we will deploy additional resources. Okay. Say for example, plastering work. Internal plastering work should be completed within 10 days. Okay. हमने वहाँ पे 3 मेसन deploy किए. Fine. And after 5 days, when we take a review of that particular activity, we came to know that instead of 50% work, only 20% work is completed. Okay. So हम क्या करेंगे? We'll deploy additional masons over there. Okay. Additional human resources हम deploy करके we'll try to finish remaining 80% of the work in remaining 5 days. Okay. So this part is called as a controlling. Okay. So controlling part basically includes making periodical progress reports, then reviewing the progress of the project and the progress of each and every activity. Okay. Analyzing the status of the project. Okay. Then it also includes the management decisions regarding updating or crashing and resource allocation. Sometimes you may suppose कोई आपका if you are working for a construction firm, okay, and you are doing construction of building for say any private organization. Okay, आपने प्लान किया है कि project will be finished in say 400 days. Fine, but the owner of the project wants to finish this project within 300 days. Okay, so what in order to finish the project before the scheduled time, you have to deploy additional resources. Okay, no doubt it will increase the cost of the project. Okay, but it will reduce the time. Okay, now suppose you have assumed that any particular activity takes 10 days. So instead of 10 days, if you finish that activity in 8 days, so obviously you can save 2 days for that particular activity. Okay. So you may reduce the entire duration of the project by 2 or maybe 1 day. Fine. So this is called as a crashing of activities. ये भी हम बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे डिटेल में, हाउ टू क्रैश एक्टिविटीज. फाइन. Now we define some terminology related with project management. Okay. The first term that we need to discuss is event. Basically, an event in a network diagram represents the project milestone, okay, such as start or completion of an activity or activities. Okay. Now, events are commonly represented by circles in the network diagram. Okay. See here, you can see in this diagram 1, 2, and 3. These are 3 different milestones. Okay. Now, event 1 is start of activity A. Okay. See, activities are denoted by letters A, B, C, etc. Okay. Or activities can be also represented in terms of an ordered pair. Okay. Here, event 1, as soon as event 1 occurs, we can start activity A. Okay. And if activity A is completed, then we can say that event 2 has occurred. Okay. Similarly, when event 2 occurred, then only we can start activity B. And we can say that event 3 occurred only if activity B is completed. Okay. There are 2 types of events. First is a merge event and second is burst event. Okay. Now, merge event is an event which represents the joint completion of more than one activities. Okay. See, in this diagram, you can say that event 3 occurs when both the activities, activity A and activity B, are completed. Okay. Now, if activity A takes say 3 days to complete and activity B takes 10 days to complete, okay, then activity 3 will sorry, not activity, event 3 will occur after 10 days. Okay. 3 days के बाद see parallelly will start both the activities parallelly. Activity A and activity B will start parallelly. Okay. But activity A आपकी 3 days में ही खत्म हो रही है. But activity B will continue completing the activity B till 10th day. Okay. So event 3 will occur after 10th day. Okay. See, we can say that event 3 occurred if all its preceding activities are completed in all respect. Okay. Activity A तो आपकी complete हो गई है 3 days में, but activity B is not completed. So we'll not say that event 3 is completed in all respect. Okay. Say for example, the work of electrification and painting can be done parallelly. Okay. So इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन तो आपका 2 दिन में हो गया, बट पेंटिंग का काम आपका 10 दिन पे चल रहा है. देन वी कैन से दैट फर्स्ट फ्लोर और एनी पर्टिकुलर फ्लोर इज कंप्लीटेड इन ऑल रिस्पेक्ट अनलेस एंड अंटिल ऑल द एक्टिविटीज. आपका सिर्फ इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन कंप्लीट हो गया, तो वी कैन नॉट से दैट फ्लोर 1 इज कंप्लीटेड. फ्लोर 1 कंप्लीट हो गया कब बोलेंगे? व्हेन इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन एज वेल एज पेंटिंग इज कंप्लीटेड. नाउ हियर event 3 represent the completion of 2 activities, activity A and activity B. Such event is called as merge event. Okay. यहाँ पे event 3 क्या है? Merge event है. Fine. Next is burst event. So an event that represents the initiation of more than one activity is known as ये burst यहाँ पे चाहिए था, burst event. Okay. See here, now event 1 occur हुआ है. Okay. So as soon as event 1 occurred, we can start multiple activities after occurrence of event 1. So here 1 is called as burst event. Burst, वहां से multiple output निकल रहे, right? So this is called as burst event. Right? Now the next concept is activity. basically activities in the project management are nothing but particular tasks or operations to be conducted. So activity in the network diagram represent project operation to be conducted. Activities are represented by letters like A, B, C, etc. or an ordered pair of numbers, say IJ. Okay. Now, when we say ordered pair, it means that the order of numbers, okay, that is I and J, is important. Okay. Now here, I and J both represent event numbers. Okay. Whereas I is the start event, means what activity A can be started after completion of after occurrence of event I. Okay, and activity A ends, means what? When activity, that particular activity ends, we'll say that event J occurred. Okay. For example, here activity A can be represented by ordered pair 1 2. Okay, here 1 is called as tail event. Okay, tail event मतलब क्या है, जहां से एक्टिविटी आपकी स्टार्ट हो रही है. Fine. 1 is called as tail event and 2 is called as head event. Similarly, tail event for activity B is 2 and head event of activity B is 3. So activity A can be represented as an ordered pair 1 2. Similarly, activity B can be represented as ordered pair 2 3. Okay. Now, see, event 2 occurs when activity A is completed. Okay. And after the occurrence of event 2, activity B can be started. So here B is called as successor activity of A. In fact, here B is immediate successor of activity B. Okay. And A is called as predecessor of activity B. Okay. In short, before starting activity B, activity A must be completed. Okay. So activity A is called as predecessor of activity B. अब इसके पीछे और एक्टिविटी हो सकती है. Okay, suppose that activity C का head event है 1. Then A and C both are predecessors of activity B. Fine, but A is immediate predecessor. Okay, so ये थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस आपको ध्यान में लेना जरूरी है. Next is next terminology is network. Now, basically, network is a graphical representation of logically and sequentially connected arrows and nodes. Okay. Remember, arrows represent activities and nodes represent events. Okay. Now, that is why network is also called as arrow diagram. For example, see, this diagram represents a network. Okay, network diagram. Fine. Here, one is called as entry point of the project, means what? Event 1 represent start of the project and event 5 represent end of the project. Fine. 1 2 is one activity, 2 3 is another activity, 2 4 is fourth activity, then 4 3 is next activity, 3 5 is another activity. Okay. Now here we have dummy activity. Okay. Now, sometimes we need dummy activity to complete network diagram when the start and end events of two different activities are same. Okay? जैसे यहाँ पे देखो, if we join, instead of drawing dummy activity, अगर मुझे ये activity, suppose this activity represent activity A and this represent activity B, then what would be the start event of activity A? 2 and end event होगा 3 और tail and head events are 2 and 3 respectively. Similarly, for activity B, tail and head events must be 2 and 3. Okay, तो आपको ये activity यहाँ पे join करनी पड़ती है directly. Okay, which is not allowed in the network. Okay, that is why we'll create a dummy event and dummy activity. Okay, now because this event 3, occurrence of event 3, we'll say that event 3 is occurred only if this activity as well as activity 2 4 is completed. Fine. or activity, if we denoted this by activity A and this by activity B, then activity A and we will say that event 3 has occurred if activity A and B both are completed. Okay. That is why we join these two events by a dotted line. Okay, dotted line represent dummy activity. Right. Then two basic models of network are used. First is activity on node, and second is activity on arrow. Okay, so basically the different approaches. These models represent different approaches of representing uh, node and activities. Okay. In AOA network, activity on arrow network, activities are represented by arrows. Okay. Further, each arrow has one tail event and one head event, so activities in AOA network can also be represented by an ordered pair. Okay. While in AON network, activity on node network, activities are represented by a node. Okay, or we'll enclose activity A via a node. Okay. So basically, activity on node is a confusing one. That is why in our course we'll follow activity on arrow. Okay. Now in AOA network, B must follow A is represented by this diagram. Okay. Here B is followed by means B. We can start activity B after completion of activity A. Okay. Whereas in AON network, B must follow A is represented by this one. Okay. But we are using activity on arrow network uh, to avoid confusions. Okay. Now, uh, before discussing how to draw network diagram, first we'll discuss three three common errors that usually students do. The first error is called as a looping, or it is also called as cycling error. Okay. Now, drawing an endless loop in a network is known as error of looping. Okay. Now, the error of looping can be formed if activity were represented as going back in time. Okay. For example, see, you can in this diagram you can see activity event 3 is followed by event 2, 2 के बाद event 3 आ रहा है, event 3 के बाद event 4 आ रहा है, then again event 4 के बाद event 2 आ रहा है. Okay. Then again event 2 के बाद 3 4 2 3 4 2. Okay. It is an endless loop. Okay. So this is an error. In fact, uh, when we draw a network diagram, we either use arrow whose direction is from left to right. Okay, or in some cases we use arrow from up to whose direction is downwards or whose direction is upward. Okay, but we never use arrows with direction from right to left. Okay, because the arrow with direction from right to left represent going back into time. Okay, which is actually not possible. Okay, yet we have not developed any time machine. We cannot go back into the time, right? So this is the looping error usually occurs if we draw an arrow from right to left. Okay, so this error should be avoided. Okay, you should avoid the direction of arrow from right to left. Second, second error is dangling. Okay. Now, to disconnect an activity, dangling represents to disconnect an activity before the completion of all the activities in a network diagram. Okay. See here in this diagram, you can see that event 4 is dangling. Okay, dangling मतलब लटक रहा है, right? See, note that every project has only one entry point and only one exit point. Okay, entry point is called as start of the project and exit point is called as end of the project. Okay. See here, one is start of the project and 5 is end of the project. Okay. Now, question arises, what after completion of event 4? Occurrence of event 4, क्योंकि इसके आगे कुछ नहीं है. Okay. So this is called as a dangling error. Now to remove this dangling error, because see ये तो होने वाला है, fine, because we can start this particular activity, let it be activity say B. We can start activity B after completion of activity A. इसके बाद ये start, in fact after completion of activity A we are starting two activities, this one and this one, fine, but if we complete this activity, इसके आगे क्या होने वाला है, we don't know. Yes, hello, fine. So to remove this error, what we'll do, we'll use a dummy activity. Either we connect event 4 and event 3 by this dummy activity, or we connect event 4 with the end event. Okay. Okay. So this is second type of error. Third type of error is redundancy. Now, this type of error occurs when a dummy activity is the only activity emerging from an event and which can be eliminated. Okay. For example, say in this network diagram, this is the only dummy activity emerging from event 2. Okay. So this is unnecessary activity. Remember, when you draw a network diagram, add dummy activities only if it is extremely necessary. Okay. Here, the inclusion of dummy activity is not necessary. So we can remove this dummy activity by merging event 2 and 4. Okay. See, if we merge event 2 and 4, we get this activity. See, if you compare this diagram with this one, okay, आपका purpose serve हो गया. So here I can merge I can merge event 2 and 4, okay, to eliminate this particular dummy activity. Okay. So while drawing the network diagram, make sure that there are no errors. Okay. Basically, there are three types of errors. First is looping or cycling. Second is dangling, and third is redundancy. Okay. Now we'll discuss rules of network construction. Now, the first rule of network construction is try to avoid arrows which cross each other. Okay. Arrows आपके basically arrows represent activities. Okay. एक activity दूसरे को cross नहीं करती normally. Fine. So we'll avoid the arrows which crosses each other. Second, use straight lines. Use straight arrows to represent activities. Okay. ऐसे curved, ऐसे should not be used. Third is, no event can occur until every activity preceding it has been completed. Okay. So in some cases, you have to introduce dummy activities because an event can occur until all its preceding activities are completed. Okay. Fourth is, an event cannot occur twice. Okay. That is, there must be no loops. So जब आप numbering करोगे events का, you have to use unique numbers. Then an activity succeeding an event cannot be started unless and until that event has occurred. Okay. ये हम डिटेल डिस्कस करेंगे while drawing network diagram. Okay. Next, use arrows from left to right. Okay. Avoid mixing of two directions. Right to left avoid करना है. You can use vertical, upside down or downside up. You can use. Okay. Dummy should be introduced only if it is extremely necessary. Okay, unnecessary dummy activities create redundancy error. Okay, so dummy activities should be introduced only if it is extremely necessary. Okay. The network has only one entry point, that is called as start of the event, and only one exit point, that is called as terminal event. Okay, so start, no activity is ending at the start event. Okay, similarly, no activity is emerging from end event. Correct? इतना ध्यान में रखो. Now let's discuss how to draw a network diagram. See, in this particular project, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, this is a small project consisting of 9 activities. Okay, the precedence rule is given in the second row, dash A dash, etc. Okay. Now we'll discuss how to draw network diagram for this particular project. Okay, आप एक काम करो, copy this question. तब तक मैं क्या करता हूँ,
Sir, can you please show the first 5 rules, sir?
First,
the rules of drawing the network.
हाँ, हम डिस्कस करेंगे ना ये क्वेश्चन को.
प्लीज आप पीपीटी शेयर कर दोगे, बिकॉज मैंने मतलब स्क्रीनशॉट नहीं निकाला उसका.
एक काम करते, मैंने ऑलरेडी आई हैव शेयर्ड पीडीएफ फाइल विद इन द चैनल itself.
Okay,
you can download that file, everything is there in the notes. Okay,
no issue.
ठीक है. आप एक क्वेश्चन कॉपी कर लो. by that time I'll switch to whiteboard mode. ठीक है.
हेलो
हेलो, आवाज आ रही क्या?
नहीं आ रही.
सर को बोलो ना. मुझे
Sir, we cannot hear you, sir. Sir, hello, sir. You've muted
Hello?
yourself, sir. So someone has muted you, or you have muted yourself.
Okay, okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Now you are.
Okay, fine. See, this project consists of 9 different activities, correct? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I. Okay. And second row represent immediate predecessors. Fine. Now here, activity A is immediate predecessor of activity B and C, right? And activity A and activity D does not have any immediate predecessor. It means that these two activities can be started immediately at the beginning of the project. Okay. So if this event, if this node represents start of the project, so we can start activity A and activity B. Okay. Note that every activity must have a start event and end event. So when you draw an arrow, उसके दोनों साइड पे नोड आपको निकालने. Fine. Now, it is not possible to draw a network diagram in one go. So पहले हम क्या करेंगे? First, we'll draw a rough network diagram, and we'll draw network diagram with some errors. Okay. And in second stage, we'll try to remove those errors. Error may include dangling or redundancy. Fine. ठीक है, पहले हम रफ नेटवर्क डायग्राम निकालते हैं. Sorry, this is activity D, not B. Fine. See, from the table, we can see that activity A and D does not have any immediate predecessors. So it means that these two activities can be started at the beginning of the project. Okay. So if this node represents start node, so immediately हम ये दो activities start करेंगे. Fine. Now activity B and C can be started after completion of activity A. Okay. In short, activity A is immediate predecessor of two activities, activity B and activity C. So मैं यहाँ पे activity B बोलता हूँ. Activity C. Fine. Then E. E is emerging after emerging from head event of activity D. Okay. So activity E यहाँ पे आ गई. Fine. Then activity F. Activity F has three predecessors: B, C, and E. Correct? B, C, and E. Fine. So it means that your activity F should start from an event where activities B, C, and E ends. लॉजिक समझ में आ रहा है? F आपका कहां से स्टार्ट होना चाहिए? Activity F should start from an event where all the three activities ends. Fine. So instead of having separate node, what I'll do, I'll draw this activity E. Fine. Now, if we draw an activity F. Now, actually, this network diagram is not following the proper precedence rule, right? Here, activity F is starting from an event where C and activity C and E ends. Okay. But F should start from an event where activities B, C, and E ends. Okay, यहाँ पे B end नहीं हो रहा है. So what we'll do? We'll draw a dummy activity over here, right? See, अगर हम यहाँ पे B join करेंगे, if we draw like this, so it will create a confusion, right? Because activity B and C both have same tail event and same head event. So this is actually not allowed. And from this, we'll draw a dummy activity. Okay. Now,
Hello.
see, you can see here, dummy activity is necessary. Fine. So that is why we have drawn a dummy activity. This is not an error actually. It is not a redundancy error. Here, dummy activity is necessary. Fine. Next क्या है? Activity G. Activity G आपका F से निकल रहा है. Activity G. And then H. Okay. H आपका separate आ रहा है D से. Fine. And last activity I. I is emerging from an event where activity G and H ends. Okay. यहाँ पे temporarily हम dummy activity निकालते हैं. और यहाँ से हम निकालेंगे activity I. Okay. यहाँ तक क्लियर हो गया?
Yes, sir.
हेलो.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
हाँ, यहाँ तक क्लियर हो गया? हाँ, बोलो.
Sir, BCE. Can you please repeat that? F
कौन सा?
activity.
Activity F.
BCE. Yes.
अगर हम चार्ट देखा तो उसमें क्या लिखा है? Activity F should start from an event where activity B, C, and E ends. Okay. तो मैंने क्या किया था? E पहले initially E I have drawn E over here, somewhat like this. Okay. So what I did, I merged this event. जो event merged here. Now this event represent completion of activity C and E. Okay. So if I draw activity F from this event, it will miss activity F have only two predecessors, activity C and activity E. Right? But our network project shows that activities B, C, and E must be completed before starting of activity F. Okay. So हम क्या करेंगे? We'll draw a dummy activity over here. तो इसका मीनिंग क्या हो गया अभी? Activity E complete हुआ है, C complete हुआ है, B is also completed before occurrence of this event. Okay. So इस event के पहले तीनों activity complete हो चुकी है. Fine. So we can start activity F from this particular event. Right. This network में will check whether there are some errors or not. Okay. पहला error looping का कोई error नहीं है. Fine. Second type of error dangling error है. Yes. देखो तीन टाइप के errors है. First is looping. There is no looping error because I have used arrows from whose direction is from left to right. Okay, so looping का कोई चांस ही नहीं है. Looping error यहाँ पे नहीं है. Second is dangling. Dangling मतलब ऐसे लटकने वाला नोट. यहाँ पे आपको दिख रहा है, but this is end of the project. So this is not a dangling error. Entry point में भी dangle हो सकता है. Okay. End of the project may be dangle, but बीच में कोई dangling नहीं होना चाहिए. So there is no dangling error in the in this particular network diagram. Now we'll check whether redundancy is there or not.
So there is redundancy.
Is redundancy error? Redundancy क्या होती है? See, redundancy error occurs if we add unnecessary dummy activities. Okay. Now we'll check whether in this particular network diagram we have unnecessary dummy activities. Actually, here we have only two dummy activities, this one and this one. Okay. Now this dummy activity is necessary over here. We cannot eliminate this dummy activity. Okay. But we can eliminate this dummy activity. Correct? So, इसको क्या करेंगे हम? To eliminate this dummy activity, we will directly join this activity H at particular event. Okay. Now our network diagram is error free. इसमें कोई error नहीं है. Right? ये clear हो गया? Right?
Yes, sir.
अब उसके बाद आता है numbering of event. Now there is a rule called as Ford-Fulkerson rule. We use this rule to assign numbers to events. Okay. वो rule क्या है? Basically, it is an algorithm to assign numbers. We will start from start of the event. We assign number 1 to start of the event. Okay. Now, to number remaining events, what we'll do? We'll remove all arrows emerging from this event. Now here, two activities, activity A and B. And draw a diagram. This is fair diagram. Now to give numbers to the event, what I do? I'll assign number 1 to the start event. Okay. इसके बाद क्या करना है? I'll remove all the activities emerging from start event. Okay. Start event. Right. Now, after removal of all activities from event 1, it will create 2 start events. Okay. Now see, no event, no activity is what we say incident into this particular node. यहाँ पे activity कोई भी in नहीं हो रही. Okay. Now all activities from this node are emerging out. Right. Similarly, here also, all the activities are emerging out from this particular node. So, यहाँ पे 2 नोड ऐसे क्रिएट हुए हैं जिनकी इन डिग्री 0 है. इन डिग्री मींस व्हाट? इन डिग्री रिप्रेजेंट द नंबर ऑफ एक्टिविटीज इंसिडेंट इनटू दैट पर्टिकुलर नोड. यहाँ पे कोई भी एक्टिविटी अंदर नहीं आ रही है. So, this can be considered as a start node. Similarly, this can be considered as a start node. ऐसे आपके 2 स्टार्ट नोड क्रिएट हो गए. तो हम नंबरिंग कैसे करेंगे? Either will follow left to right rule or top to bottom, right? अब यहाँ पे left to bottom दोनों almost एक लेवल पे है, तो हम ऊपर से नीचे नंबरिंग करेंगे. 1 हो गया, तो यहाँ पे हम 2 नंबर रहेंगे, यहाँ पे 3 नंबर रहेंगे. So this is second event, this is third event. Okay. Now what we'll do? We'll erase all the activities emerging out from 2. Similarly, we'll erase all the activities emerging from 3. ये दोनों नोड को नंबर मिला है. So from we'll remove all the activities emerging from nodes who got number recently. तो इन दोनों को नंबर मिला है. तो इससे जो activities निकल रहे हैं, उन सबका हम erase कर देंगे activities. Right? So it has created only one node with 0 in degree. तो इसको नंबर दे देना आपको 4. This event is numbered as 4. See, इसकी in degree 0 नहीं है because dummy activity is emerging into incident into this particular node. इसमें कोई भी activity अंदर नहीं आ रही है, right? Now once this activity got node got number, will erase this. यहाँ पे number 5 आ जाएगा, right? Similarly, if we erase this, ये number 6, then 7 and 8. Yeah, there are 6, 7 and 8. Right? So this is a rule or an algorithm used to assign event numbers. Okay. However, ये standard procedure है. But at your level, if you assign numbers randomly, आपका कोई मतलब marks कटेंगे नहीं. But this procedure should be followed to assign numbers. Okay. Let's solve a few more questions. File download कर लो जो मैंने post किया है. Today morning I have posted notes for this particular chapter. So download that file. स्वयं second question solve करेंगे. Activities. A to B. Predecessors.
dash dash dash
dash dash dash A dash dash dash
A B B C D E C D E
D E C D D E. Okay. H I. गड़बड़ हो गया.
नहीं C D E सर B नहीं है उसमें वो जो सेकंड B है ना H के नीचे वो नहीं है C D E
D E
H I
H I
and F G
and
F G
G. क्या करेंगे? आपका फर्स्ट में डॉट रखेगा. So how many activities will start from start event? The activities A, B, and C does not have any predecessors. Okay. So यहाँ से तीन activity लिख लेंगे. Activity A, activity B, and activity C. Okay. Now D से क्या निकल रहा है? D is originating from event where A ends. यहाँ से आपका D निकलेगा. Two activities E and F are originating from event where B ends. यहाँ से आपके दो निकलेंगे. E, activity F. ठीक. हाँ. Then C आपका निकल रहा है G से. G निकल रहा है C से. Then H. I is from E. J. Fine. J is originating from event where H and I terminates. So temporarily मैं यहाँ पे terminate नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Fine. And K is originating from FG. So FG. So fine. Okay. Now this network diagram is not error free. इसमें बहुत सारे errors हैं. Now we'll remove those errors and draw a fair diagram. First we'll try to remove redundancy. Now in this network diagram we have two dummy activities, this activity and this activity. Okay. Can we eliminate these two dummy activities? Of course yes. See. So मैं remove करता हूँ and I will activity G over here. Okay. So this one error is removed. Similarly, इसको भी अगर मैं इसके साथ जोड़ दूँ, now this network diagram does not have redundancy error. What about dangling? यहाँ पे dangling दिख रहा है, right? Each project has only one entry point. Entry point that is called as start of event and only one exit point. यहाँ पे 2 एग्जिट पॉइंट दिख रहे हैं, राइट? सो व्हाट वी डू, इसको इसके साथ जोड़ देते हैं. So this is the required network diagram. Fine. अब आपको नंबरिंग करना है. Nambering क्या होगा? 1. So if we remove all activities originating from 1, 3 नोड क्रिएट हो जाएंगे. उसको नंबरिंग का वैल्यू देंगे 2, 3 and 4. ओके. उसके बाद हम क्या करेंगे? We remove these activities. So it will create 3 more start event. ये हो जाएगा 5, 6, 7. Then we remove this 3. We create only one start event. Last 9. नॉर्मली ये जो पर्ट एंड सीपीएम के क्वेश्चंस होते हैं वो 10 मार्क्स के लिए आते हैं एंड उसका मार्क्स का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऐसा होता है. इफ यू ड्रॉ नेटवर्क डायग्राम, इतना आप निकालोगे तो आपके 3 मार्क्स मिल जाएंगे. एंड फॉर फर्दर कैलकुलेशन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन अलग अलग होता है. तो बेसिकली 3 मार्क्स आर असाइन्ड टू नेटवर्क डायग्राम. नेटवर्क डायग्राम आपका करेक्ट होना चाहिए. हाँ, कोई डाउट है?
सर हमको डायग्राम 2 बार ड्रॉ करना पड़ेगा, 2 अलग अलग डायग्राम, वन विद द एरर्स एंड वन विदाउट द एरर्स, राइट? आई वाज आस्किंग कि हमको 2 बार डायग्राम ड्रॉ करना पड़ेगा, एक एरर के साथ और एक एरर के बिना, ऐसा
नहीं नहीं, एरर के साथ मतलब वो रफ डायग्राम निकालो, रफ पेज पे. ठीक है, एक डायग्राम एक ही निकालना है आपको, फेयर डायग्राम.
ओके.
लेकिन डायरेक्ट फेयर डायग्राम आप नहीं निकाल पाओगे, राइट? पहले
Yes,
रफ वर्क में आप डायग्राम निकाल लो एंड उसके फिर जो जितने भी एरर्स है वो रिमूव करके फेयर डायग्राम निकालो.
ओके.
कभी-कभी क्या होता है कि एक बार में आपको फाइनल डायग्राम नहीं मिलेगा. समटाइम्स आपको रफ वर्क में 2-3 डायग्राम निकालने पड़ेंगे. तो फाइनली एक जो फाइनल डायग्राम होगा वो आपको आंसर में ड्रॉ करना है, राइट? एक एग्जांपल और ट्राई करते हैं. एग्जांपल नंबर 3. सिर्फ प्रेसिडेंस रोल अलग है. डैश डैश ए and RJK. F A So this one is more critical than previous 2 examples. IJK है ना इसके प्रेडिसेसर. Yet we have not drawn IJK. इसको थोड़ी देर के लिए पेंडिंग रखें. PD, activity F and activity G originating from node where activities B and D ends. Okay, तो मुझे यहाँ पे dummy activity चाहिए for time being. Now from this I can have two activities F and G. Then H. अच्छा I आपका
सर आई एक ही बात आ रहा है ना सर?
हाँ I एक ही बात आ रहा है ना, ये यही है
एज इन सी और डी के बाजू में आ जाएगा ना सर?
आराम से आ रहा है. And J आपका आ रहा है from GH. J. K fine. K आपका F से आ रहा है. Okay. Now we have I, J, and K. Okay. I, J, and K. Okay. इन तीनों में से क्या निकल रहा है आपका E. तो draw the dummy line over here. यहाँ पे लेंगे and यहाँ से निकलेगा आपका activity E. Okay. तो बहुत सारे एरर्स है यहाँ पे. Now let's try to remove errors one by one. Okay. Okay. ठीक, पहले तो डमी एक्टिविटी रिमूव करने की कोशिश करेंगे. Fine. Can I remove this dummy activity? Of course yes. यहाँ पे मैं सीधा. Then similarly this can be removed. Okay. तो क्या करेंगे, एक काम करते हैं, ये मोड थोड़ा सा नीचे देता हूँ. Okay. इसको मैं सीधा इसके सर पे फाइन. Okay. Now, can I remove this activity? Yes, of course.
यस सर, those two activities sir.
तो इसको मैं सीधा ये यहाँ पे कर दूंगा. अब ये डमी एक्टिविटी बस I, इसको मैं सीधा. Okay. Now I have removed all redundancy errors. Okay. अब क्या बचा है?
Dangling sir.
Dangling है ना, ये देखो. Okay. Now you cannot leave this node as it is, okay? Because project has only one entry point and only one exit point. इसको dangle रख सकते हो. क्या करेंगे? इसको सीधा end node के साथ जोड़ देंगे. Okay. So for time being, I'll use curved arrow. See, network diagram में you should use only straight lines. Okay, but यहाँ पे time being मैंने because this is a rough diagram, so I have used curve arrow. Now I'll make it fair. Activity A. Activity B. B. Then from here, we have activity F. Activity F. Activity G. Activity H. This is G. Right. I. E. Right. Activity C. Okay. ठीक है सभी एक्टिविटीज आ गए ना A B C D E F G H I J K. Fine. So this is fair network diagram. Okay. ठीक है, we'll stop over here. आप थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस कर लो घर पे, एक दो एग्जांपल और है एक्स्ट्रा. Tomorrow we'll discuss how to calculate earlier start time and earlier